So the mixed D 5,000 metres underway here, taking you through our field from the inside stations. From Glen Huntly, Han Quach. From Glen Huntly also, Travis Taylor. From St Kevin's, Luke Goodman. From Frankston, Gemma Maney. From Athletics Nunawading, Mark Delandis. From Deakin, Eamon Anderson. From Diamond Valley, Lauren Crow. From the Collingwood Harriers, Norval Hope. From Richmond Harriers, Danny Cohen. From Athletics Nunawading, David Bertovich. From Melbourne University, Shoei Waller. From Western Athletics, Daniel Bunworth. Again from Western Athletics, Adam Knowles. From Athletics Chilwell, Charlie Alhaig. From Western Athletics, David Tranter. From Keilor St Bernard's, Peter Gaffney. From Glen Huntly, Julia Edwards. From Maccabi, Erin Land. And also from Maccabi, Julian Schulberg. That is your field for the mixed D 5,000 metres. So 3:21 through the first kilometre for our leaders, Travis Taylor and Han Quach. Pretty quick stuff. We might expect to see a little bit of a drop off in that pace. They're currently on for about 16:40. If their recent bests are anything to go by, then again, we could see them produce something special tonight as well. Maney, it is going strongly back in third place and just starting to eat into that gap a little bit as she breaks away from the rest of that chasing pack. So looking back at that chase pack now, and that lead group has in fact converged to make it a group of four, but looking back at the chase pack, as mentioned, being led by Luke Goodman, but Julia Edwards, the runner from Glen Huntly, although not wearing the Glen Huntly colours tonight, recent best of 18:20, so certainly setting a pretty strong pace through the early stages there is Edwards, and if she keeps this up, she'll be well on track for a season's best. Also in the mix there, the runner from Chilwell in Charlie Alhaig, just starting to stretch out a bit from Delandis, the runner from Nunawading. And still it is Travis Taylor and Han Quach, the early leaders, with Maney and Cohen just tucking on. But Goodman, Edwards and Alhaig all going really nicely at this stage as well. And if Delandy can maybe just make a little bit of a surge and look to close that gap, he might be able to get himself dragged through for a good time here as well. So just under 6 laps to go for our leaders now, and not a lot of movement. Still it is that group of 4, although we see Gemma Maney now just moving up onto the shoulder of Travis Taylor as he maybe tries to stretch out a fraction from Quach and Cohen. That chasing pack there as well, being led around by Luke Goodman, just starting to stretch out a fraction as well, and Alhaig with a bit of a fight on his hands to try and keep himself in the mix here. And Delandy maybe just with a little bit of a sniff down the back straight. He's certainly stretched things out from Anderson and Crow, who seem pretty content to work together. So 10:09 through with 2 kilometres remaining for our leaders. So just slowing a little bit more over that 3rd K there. That lead group headed by Travis Taylor, although still all on pace at this stage for season's bests. Quach, the best seeded of them with 17:12.8. Taylor not far behind him with 17:14.0. So less than 3 laps remaining for our leaders now. And it's a pretty healthy advantage that they hold down now, close to 50 metres, but it hasn't stopped Luke Goodman from really making an effort to ramp things up and try and close that gap. So too Mark Delandis, the runner from Athletics Nunawading. So our leaders coming through to collect the bell, and after it had looked as though Travis Taylor might be starting to stretch away from Gemma Maney, she's come right back to his shoulder. You can see the hurt on both of their faces. So it's going to be a seriously tough battle over this final 350 metres. Delandy still looking strong. We thought maybe he might have been a chance to try and claw back that gap to our leaders. So too Goodman, but they've really ramped it up over the last lap or so and are really putting in the big ones down the back straight. Still it is Travis Taylor in front, leading from Gemma Maney as we see Julia Edwards starting to make a real spurt around with about 350 metres left to travel. She's moved her way up into 5th place overall. and is on track for a big season's best. So less than 200 metres remaining for our leaders now. Still it is Taylor at the front of the field, but Maney not giving up, not giving him an inch. And maybe just preparing for one final assault in the straight. So this is it, they straighten up for the final time now. And Taylor, by the looks of things, has found another gear. So too Maney, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough to close the gap. And a well-deserved outright victory there for Travis Taylor, who has set the pace virtually the entire time. 16:48 he comes through to stop the clock at. Maney's just going to be a second or two behind that. So huge season's best for both. And a sensational effort in pushing the pace at the front of the field tonight. A big last lap there from Luke Goodman. He's going to come through to take third place, and with a recent season's best of 17:21, that's about to be smashed as well, or has been smashed rather. Delandis comes through for fourth, Edwards takes fifth, and Hahn Quach comes through for sixth place. So possibly as many as 5 seasons best among our top 6 or 7 competitors there. A fantastic effort from our leaders in this mixed D 5,000 metres.